8:39 is the time. Let's talk about, well, what on earth is going on with Royal Mail? Because the Coronation invites have gone out and neither Russell Perk nor I have yet received our invitations. I mean, I'm assuming at least second row, if not first row. I'll be sitting next to Meghan, no doubt, but I'll be waiting for that invitation. But what we do know about that invitation is that it's going out in the name of King Charles III and Queen Camilla. Not Queen Consort, but Queen Camilla. It's been sent to some 2,000 guests. Grandchildren, of course, her, including hers, will be among the pages at Westminster Abbey. They will include the King's grandson, Prince George, of course, as well. Let's talk about this with Angela Levin, royal biographer and journalist, of course. Good morning to you, Angela.
Good morning.
Thank you very much for joining us. Well, you've written a brilliant biography of Camilla, now Queen Camilla. She was just, you know, the Duchess of Cornwall. Didn't take on that Princess of Wales title for obvious reasons after the divorce and then the death of Diana, Princess of Wales. But we had the Queen saying before she died in a statement that she wanted her to be known as Queen Consort. This has now moved on, but it was always expected, wasn't it, that she would be Queen?
Oh, yes. I mean, I think a lot of people get the wrong meaning of consort. The consort really means that you support the monarch. It's not a title. It shows that you won't actually become the Queen, take over. If Charles perhaps, you know, dies and she's alive, she won't take over. It goes to the next generation. Definitely be William. I think people get in a fizz about it when really that's what it means. The Queen Mother, she had Queen Consort, and before her, Queen Mary had Queen Consort. It goes right back. Even the Duke of Edinburgh had Prince Consort. It's the way, it's just to help the monarch. Right. So we need to forget it altogether. I think they did it as a sort of slightly fearsome mood they had in the palace, that people won't like it at all. So if they put consort in all the time, that'll be all right. But the Queen, the late Queen, knew exactly what she was doing. Yeah. She did it on the first day of the year of her Platinum Jubilee, and she made it quite clear that she wanted her to be Queen. Yeah. And the consort was just, it's a nonsense.
I mean, the key thing is we had all these people who claimed to be massive royalists who were sort of so upset about Diana, just from the divorce, the affair, you know, her death, of course, and there was a lot of hatred of Charles at the time, and indeed a lot of satisfaction genuinely with the monarchy at the time of her death and the divorce previously. And there were a lot of, you know, never Camilla, she'll never be Queen. And I remember thinking at the time, they're married. I mean, you know, divorce and these things happen, and, you know, he has his right to be happy as anyone else. But she's married to the king. You can say what you want. She is legally, traditionally, she is the Queen. Now, we know now a lot more about who is going to be at the coronation and who isn't. President Joe Biden, for instance, is not attending. The First Lady, Jill Biden, will be attending in his stead. Not normally the case, actually, that US presidents attend at the coronation.
Oh, no, there was none in 1953.
No, exactly. So it's not, you know, partly it's down to his age, but it's I think he may have been a bit peeved at being put at the back at the Queen's funeral when some.
A lot of people said that he's much more friendly with Harry and Meghan than you might believe.
Well, that brings me on to Harry.
However, let me wipe that one out, because he's sending his wife, who's even more fond of Prince Harry than he is, so we can forget that one as well.
Okay. Well,
he's 80 and he's going to Ireland the following month, and they thought that 2 long flights, well, would be 4 long flights, is too much for him.
For a man of his age, which would argue against someone running for the presidency, in my view. But there we are. Let's talk about Prince Harry, though, as you just mentioned him. There have been some claims and counterclaims about, obviously, his book Spare and various interviews and podcasts he's done, where he's talked about his use of Class A drugs, hallucinogenics, cocaine, magic mushrooms, and also cannabis. But a right-wing think tank in America said, well, hold on a minute. When you fill out your visa application form to the States, you have to state whether you have or you have not ever been a user of illegal drugs. Now, if you say you have been, chances are you won't be let into the country unless you've got sort of special permission. Or if you lie on your form, then you automatically get thrown out of the country. Now, sources close to Prince Harry apparently have said that he did reveal to the US authorities his drug history when he applied for his visa. What do you make of that?
Well, it shows, one, is that he hates the press, but he uses it when he needs to. This was the Telegraph, so he's obviously happy with them. But we actually need to see the form I can't believe these things that someone says, yes, I did. We just have to look at the forms.
And there are freedom of information, requests that have gone in that this would be a public document, and they have been revealed before, haven't they? These documents.
Yeah. No, I don't think they have. I don't think anybody's seen them. Now, the point is, apparently, if you're an American and you've taken drugs and you've said so, then you can often stay. It's not a problem if you are an American citizen. If you're not, it's much harder to do that. Now, whether they're going to let him stay in America, is anyone's guess, actually, because he's taken a lot of drugs, and I suspect that he's tried to pull strings that it doesn't happen to him. And this really annoys me because, he uses all his royal background to enable him to stay where somebody else who didn't have that would be chucked out.
Well, indeed. I mean, look, we have had the likes of, Nigella Lawson. She'd admitted drug use in a court of law, and therefore, she had to get special permission. It can be overturned, but we also know that, we understand that he is on a visa, which is sort of a sort of expert, sort of special visa for people of special value. And, let's face it, he'll have had friends in high places that have sorted this for him.
Exactly. I don't think he should have that privilege, actually. No. I think it's terrible. The way he's attacked his own family and the monarchy itself, I don't think somebody like that should actually have the prerogatives that he had as a younger man.
No, I agree with you on that. Angela Levin, always good to talk to you. Thank you very much indeed. 8:46 at the time. Quick word from Russell Quirk on this. Again, with Prince Harry and Meghan, they always want to pick and choose when they get to use their royal status and when they don't.
Well, I can't get over the fallacy of Prince Harry having some special contribution to the USA as an excuse for him being there on a visa. And look, there are questions to answer here from Harry / the US. Did he admit it? If so, then it's on the authorities. And as I understand it, it's quite unconstitutional to allow someone to come in with an admitted drug use. And let's be clear, this is not just a historic drug use. This is not smoking a joint when he was 16. He has said that he's continued to take those drugs and, more to the point, admitted and glorifies the fact that some of those were hallucinogenic drugs. So look, he's banged to rights here. And how can you have a two-tier immigration system in the United States? The likes of Mick Jagger, Amy Winehouse and others were refused entry to the United States. Why on earth should Prince Harry have special dispensation, if indeed he did, if he was truthful on the form?
Indeed. Yeah, going to have to show us the form now, love.